For next week, the week beginning on November 23rd. So on Monday, we have Eurozone PMIs. The big focus there is German manufacturing, the only country that really manufactures a lot and the continent's largest economy. Important, especially in the context of the VW crisis. Existing home sales, also of importance for the United States. On Tuesday, we have busier day. German IFO survey, more important than ZOO, sort of completes the picture for November regarding German's business sentiment, and US GDP. In the second release, there are always significant revisions, so this is important to watch, and also consumer confidence. Wednesday, we have, because of the Thanksgiving vacation in the United States on Thursday, we have lots of figures crammed on Wednesday. Durable goods orders, important for investment, for the long term for the Fed. Another Fed figure is the core PCE price index, 1.3 year over year. And let's see if it ticks down or up or stays the same. I don't know where it'll go, but this is the key inflation figure for the Fed. Employment, the first mandate is good, but the second one, inflation, not so. And we also have jobless claims, so we have both mandates of the Fed at the same time. Thursday is quite light in events. Markets are open. Low liquidity means long hours of boredom, but then the markets can move quickly because of some small order. On Friday, we have a bit more liquidity. Officially, it's not a vacation in the United States. Many traders are still on vacation. And then we have UK GDP to close the week, among other events. Of course, these are the top events next week. We also have others. We will cover them every day. We'll be here next week, every day as usual. So that's the preview for next week after the wrap for this, for today. And before we head off, we have another question here. As I understand, EFZFX asks, not enough bonds for ECB to buy, and many bondholders not selling to ECB must surely announce that they will also buy corporate bonds. What are your thoughts? Euro had a positive correlation with Europe's stocks, but now it's changed inverse. That's due to carry trade in euro. That's changed. Also, Norway Health Fund has been offloading huge European stocks. Well, lots of questions here. Let me try to answer that. Yeah, so first of all, the ECB wants to buy mostly ABS, okay, asset-backed securities, more than it wants to buy bonds, but there are not enough of them. The ECB hoped that because it's buying more ABS, then the market will create more ABS for the ECB to buy. And in this case, that would, of course, mean that, of course, there's more credit taking in the Eurozone, more action, and of course, that's positive for the ECB, for the economy, for everything. It didn't really happen. It went on buying bonds. What's the limit for bonds? The ECB buys bonds which have yields. The lowest level is the negative deposit rate, minus 0.20. So if they lower the negative deposit rate from minus 0.20 to minus 0.30 or minus 0.50, they open the door to buying more German bonds, for example, and other bonds which are very, very expensive, means they have very, very low yields. Okay, so it can solve one problem doing that. It can also, yes, buy corporate bonds, but that could be a bit more tricky politically. And regarding stocks, basically, yeah, we had the correlations changing, but what I think that if the ECB announces a big package of lowering the deposit rates and printing more money and extending it until forever and going very, very, very easy, going very bearish, then the euro will fall and the easy money will also go to stocks. So that will be this kind of inverse correlation. Euro down, stocks up, European stocks up. Regarding Norway, the Wealth Fund, yeah, it's a huge actor in markets. They have a lot of influence. They have all this oil money of the country. And they've been offloading European stocks. Maybe they're doing, yeah, maybe they're just taking profits. I don't know. There are other factors. If the ECB buys a lot of bonds, it'll crowd out money from bonds into stocks, as I see it. So and always with stocks, you have to be selective. We're talking here about Forex, a little bit about commodities, and a little bit about the bigger scheme in stocks. But if you do invest in the stock markets, you have to look at individual stocks, right? So in any case, I think if the ECB goes all in, stocks up, euro down. Of course, some of it is priced in, but I believe that not everything. We'll continue talking about that, of course, next week. Okay, so I hope this answers the question. Let's take, before we head off to the last trading day of the week and into the weekend, another look at euro dollar. It reached low of 106.63, still holding to that kind of support line, currently 106.72. Draghi continues speaking. Currently, the headline on Bloomberg TV is strength of the underlying recovery is modest. Basically, they're shooting out headlines from what he's saying at the moment, but we know that the speech is already out. Okay, so